on that city walk that Chicago Fire were rumored to be involved in, that the soccer field in that project. Might have a tweet about that later. I'm not sure. Brian Sandoval saying selling players to Premier League clubs is a good thing. Selling players to Premier League clubs and winning matches is much better. Totally agree with the sentiment from Brian Sandoval. Model MLS franchises can sell players to European clubs and win matches. Under owner Joanne Suedo, sporting director Georg Heitz, and technical director Sebastian Pelzer, the Fire haven't struck that balance. The sale Tuesday of striker John Duran to Aston Villa was the Fire's second straight 8-figure transaction with an English Premier League team in the last year, after goalkeeper Gabriel Slonina's move to Chelsea. In 2021, the team sent winger Przemysław Frankowski to French side RC Lens, granting the Polish attacker an opportunity in another of Europe's biggest leagues. While those deals are strong signs for player development and scouting, they need to be complemented by capable replacements and progress on the field. The Fire must find a new striker after Kasper Przybylko swung and missed, especially after having an underwhelming 22 season. They're hoping Chris Brady can play at least as well as Gaga Slonina did a year ago. They still lack anybody with Frankowski's pace. More importantly, the Fire aren't selling players off successful teams. The 2021 season ended with an interim coach after the dismissal of Rafael Wicki, and 2022 concluded with intensifying questions about the on-field direction of the franchise under Mansueto, Heitz, and Pelzer. As the Fire begin 2023, they'll again be trying to pair development and victories. It's a tricky situation, but it's not a bad situation to be in, Coach Ezra Hendrickson said. It means that people are looking at your players, and it means that your recruiting department is doing a good job finding players, whether it be from abroad or within homegrowns, as we saw with Gaga and Duran. These departures seemed inevitable before they left. Duran was a sought-after prospect with a big name before joining the Fire from Colombia, and Slonina emerged as perhaps the world's most promising young goalie, soon after becoming the club's starter back in 2021. Cashing in on them was the right move for the players and the Fire. Outside of consistently losing, one of the worst things MLS teams can do is hold on players and hold them back from bigger stages and fatter paychecks abroad. Even with its recent growth and improvement, MLS is still notches below the top leagues in Europe and not a destination for the best players. Yet, those sales can be considered untainted positives. Because of Mansueto's finances, the Fire aren't hurting for money, and the team can use a portion of the move's proceeds towards the roster. The biggest recent purchases, Xherdan Shaqiri and Jairo Torres, did not live up to expectations in 2022. I disagree with that. I think that Xherdan Shaqiri did live up to expectations. I think that you knew he was going to miss game time as he was preparing for the World Cup. I think that you got a lot of great production out of Xherdan Shaqiri from the goals and the assist department. Yes, there were times where he quit in games and pulled himself out, but this guy was trying to stay healthy and fit for the World Cup, and we saw why. They made it to the round of 16, and one of the reasons why was because of Xherdan, the play, and the captaincy of Xherdan Shaqiri. So I do think the Chicago Fire, he might not have lived up to expectations of making the playoffs, but I think that Xherdan Shaqiri actually more than met the expectations of a player. I mean, he produced more than Gareth Bale, albeit Gareth Bale produced in the biggest moment in the biggest game, which was the MLS Cup, and scoring the game-winning goal in that before retiring after the World Cup. You guys didn't know Gareth Bale has retired from all soccer. Just catch him on the golf course now. But back to Jairo Torres, I agree that he has not lived up to expectations. There's a lot on the shoulders of Jairo Torres. I think it's going to be a lot easier for Xherdan Shaqiri to pick it up and go back and really dispel some of these notions that we're seeing here. But Jairo Torres has a lot bigger of a hill to climb than Xherdan Shaqiri, as he has not lived up to expectations in 2022. And Heitz and Pelzer, they don't exactly have a bad track record that would instill confidence for any such future acquisitions paying off. However, guess who did pay off? John Jader Duran, to the tune of 18 to 22 million. With Mansueto, Heitz, and Pelzer in charge, the Fire clearly have tried to win. Selling Slonina, Duran, and Frankowski isn't a sign of a franchise that is interested in just pocketing cash. It's a reality in the world of soccer, in the world of MLS, more so. It's also a reality that the Fire need to win after over a decade of struggles. A decade of indifference to the soccer fans of Chicago who are begging for a winner, who are begging for a spectacle, begging for a reason to go watch Chicago Fire soccer. Making money off young players can't be the Chicago Fire's only victories. They got to do more on the field with the fans of Chicago. Let us know if you agree in the comments below what you think can be done. We've got to make sure that we remain competitive and we are still able to operate as a business, a profiting business, Hendrickson said. Chat, I gotta take a pause here for a moment.